and welcome, Minister, and thank you for coming here to this debate this evening. I'm very proud to be seconding this bill from Senator Lisa Chambers. I want to start, though, by paying tribute to Una Ring and Eve McDowell. I had the pleasure of meeting them personally today. I've heard them give such brave testimony in the media, and their courage and their strength and their generosity is just incredible. They have endured terrible ordeals, and they have somehow found the strength to not only cope with that and to move forward themselves personally, but to actually give of themselves further, to give of themselves to other victims, but to broader society. And it is our great honour and our great privilege to be here in the Seanad with you, Minister, tonight, and to put this bill before you, to ask you to take it to government and to champion it for Una and for Eve, but for all of the victims whose names will never be known to many of us. So I want to start by just paying tribute to them. The bill is, talking about stalking and harassment, and Senator Chambers explained very eloquently the difference between harassment and stalking. But I heard Eve this morning describe it as being fixated. It's behaviour which is fixated, it's obsessive, it's unwanted, and it's repeated. And those words, I think, really convey the intrusive, insidious violence of it as an activity, and how it manifests in being followed or being watched or being observed, your personal space, your personal identity being intruded upon and invaded. And that's before it gets to the actual physical threat. It's such a horrendous situation for any human being to be threatened with. So I firmly believe that we need the law to recognise this as a particular crime. It causes alarm and distress, mental and physical, for the victims and for everyone who cares for them and loves them. And for us as a society, we should all be distressed, and we should all want it to be recognised as a crime in our society, in our law. I believe there will be many benefits to it being criminalised. I think you can start with just the simple thing of us calling it out as a crime. Not something that's hidden, not something to be dismissed, not something to be confused with maybe a little bit of odd behaviour. It's an actual crime. And we need to say that. We need to say that as a society, and our laws should say that that is a crime. That will send a very clear message to anybody who is thinking about acting in an any way antisocial way towards another individual, that they need to think twice. It also sends a really, really strong message to the statutory and non-statutory authorities. And we heard Una talk about how great the support was that she got from the Gardaí. And you think about it, it was down in Youghal. It's a beautiful seaside heritage town. It's a place where people go for their holidays. When I heard it first, I was thinking, wow, that's happening there. And Eve, when she talked about Galway, it's a town where so many young people in Ireland go for university, for education. It's a tourist destination. These are the heart of Ireland. These aren't dystopian, remote places. These are the heart of our communities. And we need to ensure that in the heart of every community in our country, stalking is a criminal activity. And every guard needs to be trained to understand that. Every guard needs to be equipped and resourced to respond to victims or potential victims of stalking. I think it is hugely important that in doing this, in progressing this legislation, in stating that stalking is a criminal activity, that we as a society are not only calling it out and ensuring that it's not hidden and dismissed and passed over, but all of the victims, all of the survivors are empowered and supported and valued. And all those who are charged with enforcing our laws know that this is something that we want to tackle, that we support them, that we resource them, that we train them, and that we will equip them to tackle and criminalise this activity. Gur Mágat.